What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video from the Omnipreneur. In today's video, we're going to talk about some big mistakes that you can make in being an entrepreneur. Make sure you watch to the very end because I'm going to drop a lot of tips and tricks and different things that you should think about when you're becoming an entrepreneur. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel, the Omnipreneur, where we learn how to grow everything, not just in business, but in wealth and happiness and life and everything. And to kick off our video, we're going to start with our first tip. Number one, don't become a jack of all trades. You want to at least master one skill. And whatever that skill is, you want to make sure it's a high income skill, something that can generate a lot of money over a long period of time, something that people really need in this day and age. And when I say high income skill, what I mean is something that that is very unique, something that a lot of people need, and something that a lot of people are willing to pay a lot of money for. And a great example of this would be something like maybe graphic design. Graphic design, where you're basically designing different maybe company logos or maybe just the company brand in general. And you'll also be designing maybe posts for this company to go on their Instagram, maybe their Facebook page, different things like that, and helping out with their social media. Although knowing a lot of skills is very, very important and very, very helpful as far as expanding your business, you want to be able to have a specialized skill, something that you're an expert in, because people won't want someone who just knows a little bit about something. They want somebody who's already an expert in that field, somebody who can actually grow them in that area that they need help in. Also, another major con of being a jack of all trades is that you tend to spread yourself too thin. You're learning too much information and you're not really able to apply it towards any of your business ideas or any different models that you have to work with. And because of that, you end up burning yourself out, or you end up spending more money than you really could afford, or something along those lines. So what I want you to do right now is comment down below what business, what model are you planning to follow? What one specific skill do you want to work on in order to grow that one specific skill and become an expert in that market? The next major topic that I want to talk about is implementation. With implementation, you have to actually get into the market and start doing something versus sitting around and not really, you're gaining information, but you're not really using that information. If at all possible, what you want to do is spend every day at least 30 minutes just doing something that involves that specialized skill that you want to hone, that you want to grasp better. Just because you know the logistics behind something does not mean that you are automatically an expert in that field. Just because you know how relationships should work does not mean that you are perfect in all relationships. Just because you know how to play basketball, how basketball should be played, does not mean that you're automatically an expert in playing basketball. Everyone knows that the ball goes into the hoop, but not everybody can shoot it in that hoop. Don't be afraid to open yourself to new possibilities, but at the same time, it's a double-edged sword. You don't want to be too open to where you're learning too much to where you become stagnant and you don't really do anything with the information that you're gaining. You want to always be moving forward, always push forward. The next topic is going to be mentorship. You want to find somebody who's in your field, who already knows what they're doing, that can better help you reach your goals at a much faster rate. That way, you'll learn more, as well as having hands-on experience with someone else. If you're wondering how to find a mentor, the best way is to network. You need to network. You need to find other people who might know somebody else. Find out who people know, and once you get to somebody who is very comfortable with their skill and very good at it, then you can try to talk to that person. And some ways, you don't want to just come off as, oh, please help me. You want to give them value. Say maybe, oh, can I invite you out to lunch, or I buy you, a meal or something like that. Or maybe you'll offer them something in exchange for, maybe some help as far as getting into that field and learning more about that skill. This way, not only are you not coming off as a leech or somebody just trying to attach to this person and ride their wave or anything like that, but instead you're coming off as a person that really wants to get things done. You're separating yourself from other people because everybody's going to just ask somebody for help like that, versus you're trying to separate yourself and make yourself look different in the crowd of people. Next topic, Don't spend money just because you have it. What you want to do is you want to save that money, because you never know what could go wrong in your business. Let's say you're owning maybe a cake place or something like that, and let's say that after a while your business starts to really pick up and you're making a lot of money, so you decide, I'm going to go buy me a nice, maybe a G-Wagon. I'm going to go get me a nice big house because now I have the money to basically afford that. Well, let's say that right after you buy those things, a recall happens on eggs or something like that, which are very essential to making a cake. Then what do? Now you have all this stuff that you can't really pay for because your business is starting to fall back because of something that could have been easily prevented had you just saved your money. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with splurging, but you want to make sure that you do it smart. Don't do it just because, oh, I have the money and I'm going to have the money later on. You want to already have that money in place that you know that you can get rid of, because you already have an emergency fund and different things like that set up. My final topic is going to be, remember what you're doing this for. You want to always motivate yourself, because there may be a time when nobody else understands what you're doing. Nobody else can help motivate you. I would recommend that you write down, maybe in a notebook somewhere, basically the different things that you know that you want out of whatever you're trying to do, and different things that motivate you to continue doing it, so that you know that you're not doing this for no reason, and you know that if nobody else has your back, you have your own back. And that's very important, because there very well can be a time where even your spouse does not necessarily agree with what you're doing, or maybe she or he does not understand what exactly it is that you're creating and what exactly it is that you're doing. So they might feel as if they can't really support you because they feel scared too. So what you want to do is have your own support system. You want to have your own support system in place so that you can continue to move forward, and instead of becoming stagnant. Always remember, the only person who fails 100% of the time is the person who never takes the shot. Make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, and if you have any other suggestions for this channel, just let me know down below in the comment section. And until next time.